Greetings. We're gonna do a little financial tax training today. Like I said, I haven't got my official list yet, but I'm gonna be getting the list for everybody that officially wants to work on school and get jobs and start businesses. So those three things I'm gonna be focusing on with a select few of you guys to make that happen outside of the culinary program and stuff we're doing too. So, and I'll be working with everybody's case managers individually with that as well, and see how everybody can get the most out of the program. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be real quick. It's gonna be a real quick one right here, right? And I want to just take the time to do this board because it's something that everybody knows about. You heard of the 4 Horsemen? What you think about the 4 Horsemen? You hear about the 4 Horsemen in the Bible, but in business they had also made it the 4 financial horsemen, right? Because you think about the 4 horsemen, it's like a scary, deadly omen. You know what I mean? But you know, financially in America, the major 4 horsemen are taxes, debt, inflation, and corporations. And I'm gonna just go down real quick, and I even do a printout with this as well, so everybody can get the full benefits. So everybody get the full benefits, okay? So that's called the 4 financial horsemen. You're gonna hear more about it. I'll do a printout later on for it. Taxes, we're gonna start with taxes. Taxes is what they call the silent killer, because every time we go to the store, we buy something, every time we spend our hard-earned money, we know we have taxes, right? We all know what taxes are. But what we don't know is that's some of the biggest things that takes away our money, right? We think, oh shoot, I'm gonna just, buy me some chips. It's only gonna be $9.99, now it's gonna be that tax. But taxes is what makes our economy go around. However, it's one of the things that can eat you up the most if we're not aware of it. And I'm gonna tell you 3 things right here, how we're taxed 3 different ways in our country, right? First way is a W-2. A W-2 is, considered earned income, right? Everybody that has a job has a W-2, right? That's your worker's statement, okay? So that's considered earned income, right? Oh, I gotta put the percentages right here. Okay, don't worry, I'll put the percentages right there, right? So a W-2 is anybody that has a regular job. Any regular employee, you consider a W-2 employee, okay? Next, the 1099, right? That's people that are like contractors, like you might have your own, business. You might cut hair. You might be an artist. You might be a creative or a DJ, right? You're a contractor, right? You're 1099. You probably have your own business or you own your own job. That's considered passive income, right? Then 3, you have what's considered investment income. And investment income is when, people that are investors, right? People that you watch Shark Tank, you see people that invest into other businesses. What they're doing, they're letting money work for them. See, here we're working for money here, but here money is working for you at this. And I put the percentages right here. The long-term strategy, what we teach is how to get you from starting off as a W-2 employee, start a home-based business with a 1099, and take that money and invest. Now you have money working for you, and you can retire in the future. Because the 2 objectives is working right now for right now money, and working in the future for future money. Those are our 2 daily objectives. Everybody get up and go to work, go to school every day to focus on a right now situation and on a future situation. You follow what I'm saying? Boom. Now, as an employee, you get taxed first, right? Then when you get your check, taxes coming out your check first, right? And then they give it back to you at the end of the next year. They say, oh, well, this is a tax what? Refund. Close tax refund. But a refund ain't nothing but your money already refunded back to you. So we trying to teach people how you can keep that money throughout the year instead of giving it away to Uncle Sam throughout the year. And Uncle Sam, y'all don't know, silently, they taking your money and flipping it. They take this money, they flip it on the market, but they never give you a percentage of what you make. but they give you your own money back in tax season. You follow what I'm saying? But if you're a business owner right here, you actually get taxed last. So meaning you actually pay the government like a bill, you know what I'm saying, like a bill versus you getting billed. You follow what I'm saying? The solution is always starting a home-based business. It's gonna always be starting a home-based business. Because with a home-based business, you have the same ability to start and you have the same ability to use these two right here. We're gonna get that thing going. All right, next is debt, the invisible chain, right? Most people are losing it financially because they have high debt, right? So in order to get rid of this high debt, you gotta eliminate that high interest, right? You gotta eliminate that stuff, meaning your credit cards, you know what I'm saying? Everybody usually wanna get a credit card, but then you wanna max out on that credit card, you know what I'm saying? Now you got all that money that you thought you had, but if you had it, you wouldn't have to use the credit card. Now you're buying something 2-3 times over, but you didn't really have it the first time. So the credit card game is a good game, but they can kind of trap you if you're not careful, making wise decisions and not overspending. And now that you're overspending, what happens is it's all a trick. It's up to you. Yeah, we give you some money. We give you $500 to, on a credit card, but guess what? Hey, you gonna hope they want to see if you're gonna overspend, if you're gonna pay that back or not. So it's all about your character and your habits, right? What that does is that can get you into revolving debt. If you don't clear this stuff up, you're gonna be in revolving debt. Now it's gonna be harder and harder to get out of debt because they're trying to trap you. They're trying to trap you into, they're trying to trap you into keeping you into these high interest rates because they can keep making money off you from this high interest rate. So the goal is for everybody to get out of debt, okay? That's the goal for everybody to get out of debt, right? Next is inflation. Inflation is the silent thief, right? Meaning that inflation is basically like today, okay, it's 2026, right? Last year, 2025, Netflix was $7.99, for example. Shoot, next month, Netflix gonna go up to $9.99, right? They gonna do it on the low though, you know what I'm saying? That next bill gonna come, hey, we just upgraded our system. $9.99, so that's just one example of inflation that everywhere around you, the world around you always goes up a little bit more. But guess what? Did your paycheck go up more? Did your check go up more? No, but the world around you, inflation came and took that little extra money. You was like, man, I ain't done with this season on Netflix, so man, let me go ahead and play that little $9.99, you know what I'm saying? You gonna pay it because you want to watch it, you know what I'm saying? But that's inflation. They trying to trick you. Or just like when you have a savings account, if you don't have like a high yield savings account, if you just have like a regular checking account and you're not letting that checking account sitting in the high yield savings account, you're basically just letting your money sit there for no reason and it's not growing and accumulating revenue, right? So we got to work on that. Fixed wages versus cost of living. Like I just said, if you make, $10 an hour, then you only make $10 an hour. You already got taxed. You're already in debt. Now here come inflation. You follow what I'm saying? And then now business owners can raise their prices, right? All business owners can raise their prices, right? So if you got your own business and you say, hey, inflation is real high right now, let me go ahead and raise my prices so I can charge the customer even more money. So as a business owner, you have the ability to change your prices, right? Whatever you sell, you can just up the ante. That's why, and it's not illegal. If you a business owner, if I'm selling food and I say, shoot, last week that plate was $15, hey, this week it got to be 17 because of inflation, right? The key again, starting a home-based business. That's gonna be the only thing. Starting a business in general is what's gonna get you out of this predicament. And the last but not least, we'll go with some more corporations, right? This is the power structure. Now this is, they say we in the USA, the United States of America. Some might say we in the United Snakes of America, or snakes of advertisement. We're in a world and country of advertisement, right? Where everything is about holidays. Every month it's a new holiday. New Year, this, that. It's always a new holiday keeping you busy, keeping you spending money. Yeah. It's never a time where you can just rest. No, it's always something to do. They always selling something. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Brown Thursday. It's always the new sale, the hottest new iPhone that came out. You know what I mean? It's always something to keep you busy. Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Oh, such and such just dropped a new album. Oh, I gotta get this, or whatever the case. It's always something keeping you spending that money. Oh, you got a big family, so you can, every month you got 3-4 birthdays in your family. You know, you got Valentine's Day, shoot. You already know that Valentine's Day, boy, they taxing on that day, right? So everything is geared for you to always keep spending money to keep you broke, because the world makes money off you when you broke. So the only solution, is start a home-based business, start a business. That's the only way to save yourself in America, right? And you can still have a job, and you can still have a business, and you can still invest your money all at the same time. So that's pretty much a general overview. We'll get deeper, but I just want to give you a real general overview. Peace and blessings, and thank you.